let's start with today's topic, students. Myself, you can see over here, Professor in Chemistry, Dr. Sunita Rani. I'm going to present my today's lectures on the organic reactions, especially for the substitution reactions. Okay. So earlier we discussed about the additions and elimination reactions, right? So this we have already discussed earlier in our earlier lectures. So I'm today going to discuss mainly the substitution reactions. So what are the substitution reactions? You can see over here, substitution reactions are those reactions in which an atom or group of atoms in a molecule is replaced by different atoms or a group of atoms. They are called the substitution reactions. Means when one atom or a group of atoms, suppose over here, there is a group of atoms. If this atom or group of atoms, they are replaced by another atom or group of atoms, that is simply called as a substitution reactions. Okay. So as we know, because in the single bond, CC bond is difficult to break. So hydrogen atom or another atom may be substituted by a halogen atom, first of all. So it can be converted into alkyl halide, right? Through using the fluorine. Fast reaction will be there, but if we will take chlorine or bromine, then it requires heat or UV to dissociate the halogen molecule first, and then to get attached over here. Then the product will be the halogenated alkene, right? So we have got this reaction bromoethane from the your substitution reactions. Further, this substitution reaction can also be, other examples can be like this. I have written over here bromoethane, which we have formed earlier. Then it can also react with the OH negative. Okay, here we can replace the bromine atom with the nucleophile OH. Okay, so then it will get converted into ethanol. Means alkyl halide can be converted into ethanol. Okay, so bromine will be leaved as a leaving agent. So here you can see over here, what are the conditions for substitution reactions? You can see over here, there should be a few conditions. Okay, so that must be satisfied so as the substitution reactions to occur. The criteria number one is, what is this? It says a good electronegative leaving group should create a partial charge on the side of attack to attract the negative charge of the. Suppose this reaction is taking place in the presence of nucleophile. So first of all, what should be the conditions? This leaving group must leave the site. Okay, so that when it will leave the site, it will create a charge on the atom which is leaving. Okay, so create a charge on the site which it is leaving. Okay, so here you can see the leaving group must leave the substrate and creating a charge over it, and this charge will be get attracted towards the nucleophile. Okay, so first condition is this: the good electronegative leaving group should be a good electronegative. It must have good electronegativity so as to attract this pair of electron towards itself. Then it will create a charge on this part. Okay, so then this charge will be attracted towards this nucleophile. Second criteria, the leaving group must be able to stabilize the electron it leaves with. Then when it has left this substrate, okay, then it must be stable enough to carry that very charge and should be stabilized one. If it is not stabilized one, it will get back to its original positions. Okay, so then the product will not be formed. So first of all, so the leaving group must be able to stabilize the electrons it leaves with. This should be stable one. Then and only then this carbocation will be formed. Okay. So these criteria should be fulfilled for the substitution reactions, and under different conditions, what is happening? We get the different results. Okay. Here you can see over here, if this is like this, if bromine is over here, and if we are taking this concentration of sodium hydroxide, large amount, then we are going to get these reactions. Okay, so this reaction will be fast. So it is a type of substitution reaction. But what happens if the concentration of this is not so good? Then what is happening in this case? Then we are not getting the, you can say over here, such type of reactions. It should be for substitution reactions, this should be formed. But if it doesn't happen, instead if we get what a kind of things like this, so it means then it is not a substitution product, but it is which type of reactions? Yes, you can tell me over here, it is which type of reaction? Instead of forming this product, if this product is formed, now you can tell me it is which kind of product? It is a elimination product. Okay, it is a type of elimination reactions. Okay, so instead of getting substitution reactions, we can get the elimination product. Similarly, if we treat this alcohol with HCl in the presence of zinc chloride and using Lucas resin, then even we get the reactions like this. Okay. So these are the some of the examples, and under different conditions how we get the different kind of the results, right? So this is the case in which you can see over here electrophilic aromatic substitution reactions. So if the our reactant is benzene, it is treated with the halogens in the presence of this catalyst, right? Halogenation reactions takes place, right? So what is happening over here? H is there, okay? So this H is got replaced by this over this H is got replaced by this halogen atom, right? So it is again a kind of substitution reactions. This acts can be chlorine, bromine, etc. Similarly, we can go for the alkylation reactions. In this case, we can see over here, it is a kind of substitution reactions. Okay, so here H group is replaced by the R group, and this reaction takes place in the presence of aluminum chloride. Similarly, we can go for the nitration reactions. Hydrogen from the benzene can be substituted in the presence of sulfuric acid by the nitro group, and we get the product like this. We get nitrophenol, right? So nitrobenzene, sorry, nitrobenzene. Here you can see when we treat it with this sulfur trioxide and or in the presence of sulfuric acid, sulfonation reaction takes place. Or here you can get the product like this, right? So this is the mainly the types of your substitution reactions and how we get the substituted products in this case. And these are the conditions for the substitution reactions, right? Then types of the electrophilic aromatic substitution reactions. Now see the mechanism of this nucleophilic substitution. Over here you can see very simple. So it is of two types. First of all, nucleophilic substitution reactions are of two types. One is called as the nucleophilic substitution reactions following first order kinetics, okay, SN1, and another is SN2. In case of SN1 mechanism, you can see if the structure is like this, okay, C double bond O, this is X, right? So here you can see what is happening. First, the leaving group is going to leave, okay? So it is going to leave over here, and then it is creating a positive charge over there. Then what happens when this X has left this substrate and the positive charge is created over this carbon atom, then what happens? This nucleophile get attacked over this positive charge. Okay, so then this nucleophile get attacks over there, and it gets attached over there. It will provide a pair of electrons to this, and positive and negative charge got balanced, and a bond is created between a carbon and a nucleophile. You can see over here. Now, this reaction is taking place in how many steps, students? This reaction is taking place in how many steps?
2.
Yes, this reaction is taking place in 2 steps. Okay,
2.
You can see over here, there was a question from the chat box. I can see voice. Now it's clear, Cash. My voice is clear to all of you. Okay, so you can see over here, this reaction is taking place in 2 steps. Again, if the reaction is taking place in 2 steps, this step is the slow step and second step is the fast step. So it is the rate determining step. So rate of this reaction is dependent on the concentration of this substrate, alkyl halide only. Okay, so if this was the concentration of this is more, rate of the reaction will be more. You can see. So it means it is a unimolecular reactions. The rate of the reaction is dependent only the concentration of uni means one molecule. Okay, so rate of the reaction is dependent only on the concentration of single molecule, that is substrate, that is alkyl halide in this case, in this example. So we can see over here rate is equal to directly proportional to K is the proportionality constant, and it is proportional to the concentration of the alkyl halide. Is it clear? So now come to the SN2 mechanism. See over here what is happening in case of SN2 mechanism. You can see over here, suppose this is our substrate alkyl halide, same is the case, but now what is happening here? The leaving group is leaving the site and it is again creating over here a charge. Okay, so and simultaneously nucleophile is attacking over here. Right? Simultaneously nucleophile is attacking over here. Now you can see this intermediate stage is formed where the nucleophile and X is attached over here, and again there the charge is there. Okay, so then what happens? Then after that, this X will leave and this nucleophile will get attached over. See the difference in between these two reactions. Here the nucleophile has attacked from you can see where the charge has been there. Okay, so it can be front side attack, it can also be, here you can see this is the carbocation generated. Okay, so it has two sides left. Nucleophile can attack from this side, nucleophile can attack from that other side also. Okay, so the chances are, you can see, I will discuss it in the stereochemistry. Over here you can see the nucleophile is attacked in the SN2 mechanism. Simultaneously this reaction is occurring when the nucleophile is present over here, and X is going to leave. Immediately nucleophile has attacked over here simultaneously. Okay, so this is a, you can say, single step reactions. This is a single step reactions, but here the rate of the reaction is dependent on the concentration of nucleophile and the concentration of X. Means it is pushing this and it is attacking over here and it is attacking over here, and this electron pair is attracted towards X, and then what is happening? Again this group is replaced by a nucleophile, you can see in this case. Okay, so rate of the reaction is dependent on the concentration of two species. In case of SN2 mechanism, nucleophilic substitution reactions following second order kinetics. Okay, so rate of the reaction is dependent on the concentration of two, written over here. This is for the rate equations. Okay, you can see it is dependent on the concentration of two species. One is the nucleophile, another is your substrate. And what is happening in case of benzylic? Okay, so if these sites are heavily substituted, then what will happen? They will undergo the SN1 mechanism because of steric hindrance. Okay, what will happen? If these sites are heavily substituted, it will be difficult to attack the nucleophile. And what happens in case of SN2 mechanism? Attack of the nucleophile is possible only and only from the back side, not from the front side, because the front side X is there still. Okay, so when nucleophile has attacked, X is present over here. So it can attack only from the back side. But in this case, nucleophile has two possibilities. It can attack from the front side, it can attack from the back side also. It has two possibilities. And if it is your haloalkanes, okay, so if it is highly substituted, then what will happen? The chances of SN1 mechanism will be more. And if it is less substituted, then the chances of SN2 mechanism is taking place. Okay, so rate difference, kinetics you can discuss for these reactions. This is very important topic. Most of the times examiner ask about the nucleophilic substitution reactions and its mechanism, its kinetics, its stereochemistry. Full-fledged 8 marks questions comes under this topic most of the times. So see over here how this attack is going to take place. You can see over here, right? So here I have less substituted alkene. You can see H is the smaller group, lighter group, and CH3 group, and this is you can see as the electron pair got attracted towards bromine, because bromine is electronegative in nature. Okay, so bond dissociation energy for CBr is less, so it will get easily broken up, right? So here you can see Br bond is weak and it will acquire partial negative charge and it will acquire partial positive simultaneously. As it got the positive charge, OH join balance this positive charge, and it provided this electron pair over here, and this complex will be formed, right? So you can say here is a transition state is formed, and then what is happening? Then you can see over here this OH has attacked over. But what you see the difference over here? You can see over here is just like this group CH3 HH. Now what is happening? This has these HH, they have undergone inversion. They have undergone inversion, means there is their geometry. You can see over here stereochemistry, like your umbrella. Have you seen your umbrella? If we are putting umbrella on your hat, and what happens due to sometimes the air pressures, our umbrella got upward. Okay, so what will happen in that case? Their upper part of the umbrella, it goes towards the upper side facing the sky, right? So in this case, what you see, the as this has attacked over here, the inversion of the geometry takes place. You can see groups. Okay, so they got inverted. So this inversion is possible only if these groups are lighter groups. H groups are lighter groups. Their substituted groups are lighter groups. If they are heavy, then to get inverted is difficult. So in that case, they followed the SN1 mechanism. They try to prefer the SN1 mechanism. If these groups are bulkier groups, then the chances of SN1 mechanism is low. Here you can see this is this plus. You can put the plus sign over here. Okay. So sometimes when I put the PPT in this format, it gets changed. So reaction occurs when bromoethane is added to a dilute sodium. So this is the mechanism of the SN2 reactions. Now we can come to the stereochemistry of the SN1 and SN2 reactions. As I have explained to you, just what is happening. Suppose if my reactant is 2-bromobutane. Okay, so I am taking these reactions, okay, with the help of this nucleophile OH negative. So under SN2 conditions I am providing. What is happening? So it is if S, okay, so R and S configuration we have already done, right? So since bromine is the electronegative element and having higher priority order, then after that second priority order is CH2, CH3, then it will move from this directions. Okay, so but if we rotate this like this and according to the priority order, then we will see it is the type of rotations that ended with the up to our left hand. So it is a S. Okay, so it is a S rotations. So it will be termed as S2-bromobutane, right? So here you can see it is undergoing the SN2 conditions. Then what will happen? So OH will replace it, but the attack of OH will be on the back side in this side, right? So you will see if bromine is on this side, OH will be on opposite side, not over here. Okay, so this CH3 comes over to the right hand side. You can see over here inversion of the geometry takes place in case of SN2 mechanism, right? So this is the stereochemistry of your SN1 and SN2 reactions. Okay, so similarly you can see the SN1 reactions. See again, it is a structure S2-bromobutane. Okay, so in the above example you can see when inversion has taken place. Now check the priority orders. Here is the OH group. Okay, so carbon is chiral carbon. Check oxygen is having higher atomic number as compared to carbon and hydrogen. So first priority order is OH, second goes to this group, and third goes to this one. This we have already done during R and S notations, okay, by applying the sequence rules, and then we have given this rotations, and you see first priority order, second priority order, this one is the third, and hydrogen is the lightest, will get fourth priority order. And if we see the rotation, it will be like this, clockwise rotation. If it is clockwise rotation and it ends with the right hand, then we call it as R rotations, rectus and S for sinister. Okay, so you can see over here it is the R stereoisomers of 2-butanol. Okay, so what is happening over here? You can see the geometry over here, inversion takes place. Okay, so in this case the product will be inverted, having symmetry. And over here, if we take the 2-bromobutane, right, if we are taking this reaction with the water, and here what is the condition? SN1 conditions. Here you see the difference. This CH3 group, one bromine, another CH3, another is CH2 CH3. Okay, so in this case, if it undergoes SN1 mechanism, then the chances, because here the only, you can see it undergoes the SN1 conditions, then it might be HH. Okay, most probably the more product will be from that species. Okay, so then if you get the concentrations like this, okay, so water will be reacted with the water under SN1 conditions. What is happening? There can be the two sides attack of the base can be there, front side as well as the back side. So in that case, the chances are inverted geometry can be there or same geometry can be there. Although since the base is, you can say here, although it has left the bromine ion, but even then it is present over here. So mostly the chances are of, you can get this type of inverted geometry 90% and this geometry 20%, or 80 or 20 or 90 oblique 10%. So here the chances are the both the isomers are there. You can see in this slide SN1. Okay, so since it has the positive charge created over here, nucleophile attack over here, but still the presence of X negative ion is also over here there in the product side. So mostly this reaction will also take place by the major product will be the inverted product, it will be from back side, and 20% proportions can be the other product geometry heavy. So this is the stereochemistry of SN1 and SN2 reactions. Here you can see if we get both isomers in case of SN1 conditions, then it is called as, you can see the difference. These are the isomers, they are the mirror image of, you can see one another. Okay? So here we get only the inverted product, right? Here the chances these groups can be lighter, then it will undergo the SN1 conditions, as well as if the depending upon the strength of the base. Okay, nucleophile. How is the concentration of the nucleophile over there? Okay, then accordingly we get the product in case of substitution reactions. Okay, so this was all about for today's lectures.